Hey Ghouls and Witches, I'm here on Friday the 13th at Petrified Forest for their media event today. I am so excited to check out Petrified Forest. I haven't gotten the chance to check it out yet, and I'm so happy it finally worked out this season with haunt season. But we're here for the media event. Let's go. So behind me is going to be the midway of the event. There's going to be lots of like games to play. There's going to be a laser tag, that's an additional cost. There's going to be food trucks set up. There's going to be scare actors all over this area. Again, work in progress. Oh my goodness. But it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be a whole vibe out here from what they described it to us. Midway games, foodies, scare actors, all the fun stuff. And then of course you have the 3 trails behind me. For all the spookiness and all that. But this is gonna be so much fun. I need to come back here during the season. I'm going to come back here during the season because this is so cool. So the lovely folks over at Petrified Forest are giving us a backstage tour of these trails. They have 3 trails. This is their backstage like makeup area and some set pieces that are currently in the process of being made. So cool. As a theater kid, I love seeing set pieces like in the process of being made. I think it's just a cool process. This is a look at Petrified Forest Chicken Pass. It helps, it's kind of like a no boo bracelet or necklace. It kind of helps keep the spirits away if you want a less scary experience here at Petrified Forest. That's so cool. So something to remember while looking at this video is that the set pieces are still going up. They're still well under construction. Things are still in process. So they may be a little different if you come through Petrified Forest. It may look a little different. Of course, we're in the daylight, so the lighting and everything adds to the effects. But so far, like these set pieces are pretty nice and like they're in the woods. They're taking full advantage of that setting, which is awesome. So we're currently inside one of the trails. This is Lifeline. This is like the shanty area where some of the inhabitants of the trail will be living. Look how rustic. This is so cool. Ooh. You guys probably heard some bugs. We are in the outdoors. This is so cool. It's like very immersive. We are in it, folks. This is so cool. Wow. We're now in the Estate of Decay trail. This is like the catacomb section of the trail. Oh my god. So cool. Aw.
I know, I love his like jaunty scarf.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Fashionable.
Hey, fashion's good.
This is so cool. So the story for this trail is that the Decay family wants to invite us into their manor, to their state, to show us that they're not depraved, but they like inflicting pain onto people. So we're gonna be caught in the middle of all that fun stuff. And this is, like I mentioned, the family's catacombs. So cool. This is the 3rd and final trail where the company is putting on a game called How to Get Out, and the point is you gotta figure out how to get out of here.
In the daytime, you really don't get to see at night.
I'm obsessed with these vintage game signs. They were designed by Petrified Forest for a past years, and they're reusing them this year, but they're awesome. They're so cool. So they're gonna take us into the makeup trailer to check out some of the makeup process. Why am I so zoomed in? There we go. They're gonna take us into the makeup trailer now to check out their makeup process and everything. Me being a makeup girly, I'm so excited for this special effects makeup. I think we're gonna talk to some makeup people, the ones that do the special effects makeup, and learn some more things about Petrified Forest. So far, it's so cool.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. Danielle is here. Together for different sets on the trail. I am Danielle Christopher. I'm the wardrobe manager. This is going to be Jennifer Campbell. She is my assistant manager and the creature creator. Yeah, so we have about 120 costumes, give or take, that we do. about 30 per trail with the 3 trails. We have our street crew out in the very front, our front yard crew as well. And then between the small group of production that we have here with the set builders, the internal production side, us, makeup, everything, we all come together and have different creative meetings throughout early on in the year and kind of build the concepts and characters and everything, and then we take it from concept on a page to reality, and kind of have to envision it as we would. We'll check in with other creatives and make sure we're all on the same page of it together. But yeah, so just different techniques. One of them that we got thrown at us randomly about 3 weeks ago was a mushroom guy. So she's been kicking butt and I've been guiding her through it. So one of those techniques, like with this, is liquid latex. Painting it on a tree to get that nice bark texture and letting it sit there a couple days. Like, this is a way better detail of it. Sit there a couple days on the tree to let it dry and adhere and get in there, and then from that easily peels right off. And taking it and putting it onto felt to get that structure on the background, and then from that we took it and with the felt added Velcro. So this is going to be paneled onto a shirt, onto one of the costumes. And the Velcro panels are to make it easy to take on and off to wash.
That's so smart.
Because had we just adhered it onto something else, it would be washable or anything like that, and that would be so funky. And that's
real mushrooms growing out that point.
Yeah, and then this was different. Like the mushrooms themselves, she used great stuff and some plastic. So the spray foam and different techniques to get there in different shapes and everything to get that lion's mane texture. Then there was real moss underneath this. We did some more spray foam and cut that and chiseled at that to get more of a texture for that, and gonna add some moss over that just to give the detail and not worry about too much of the moss falling off. And we have the base underneath. These little vine buddies were bisqueen that was used.
Oh, cool.
And then from that you just take it and twist it just super tight and use a heat gun on that. And that will help keep the structure of that. And painted on top of that, we use just house paints are usually a good go-to, and building our own color from that, acrylic paints and everything. And we'll use a certain sealant if we need to for certain things. Then these are going to be some bigger vines that we have that we did the technique for Mother Nature's skirt. This one actually is off of hers, that's why it's a little beat up right now, but I pulled it so you guys can see the process of how it's done. So it's a pool noodle. It is cut lengthwise, and from that you use the heat gun again to get the nice shape and structure that you want. Like this was kind of split down the side. And then you take saran wrap and wrap it in that so it doesn't absorb the paint directly into it. You can use the heat gun on that to get like a nice bubble texture, and then painting and doing the detail on top of that. Yeah, so just a lot of different techniques that we use and do and try, and sometimes we'll hit like a block a little bit of way in and kind of curse to ourselves and then take it right back and
trial and error,
try
right?
again. Yeah, exactly. And just accepting that's going to be a part of the process, and it is frustrating when you get to that point, but it's like, hey, okay, I learned that lesson, I can't do that, we have to go back and do this. And just having multiple creatives to play off the ideas and learn different structures and ways to do things is fantastic.
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions, or?
Do you reuse a lot of your past costumes, or
We
do you
try
make
to.
a lot new?
We try to, or we'll deconstruct those.
Right.
And use parts and pieces of those onto other things. Like this was a morph suit that had been sitting in there for a long time. We're like, awesome, but it was horrific on its own.
Right.
So hiding every single bit of that. These were some fabrics that we had donated. It was actually a bed sheet that we're like, oh, that's exactly what we want the texture of the wing to look like and everything. So then she cut that into shape. She used boning, like corset boning. To get the structure of that. They're going to be adhered to the middle part, so when they open their hands, you have the wing structure coming out.
Right.
And all of that. And then keeping in mind, always, especially like with this guy, different things, that they're going to be on someone that's moving and doing things. And all of that. So yeah, the movement, the wash of everything. So for this guy, even though like he might be up on a swing above head in the trail, but there's also the possibility he could be down on the ground, so giving enough detail to both aspects of that.
Nice.
We try to repurpose, reuse as much as we can, pull from there, and then outsource is the last thing that we'll do if we need to.
Very cool. On average, would you say how long does it take a scare actor to get into their costumes?
So they check in. We probably have hour and a half, 2 hours max, to get in to costume and through makeup into the front yard for opening. So they'll line up and we'll give them out, have them change. They'll go to that. So usually we try to make it as quick as possible too. It's pure chaos going on our end. We have someone giving out, showing out the costumes. We have a whole system for that as well. Someone in here doing little quick repairs if need be, or we'll get swings that come in. So an actor's out for the night, we'll have someone come in and fill in that spot, but not really knowing until last minute sometimes what their size is, what they look like, everything. So we try to have some general spare costumes that we can throw in or adjust to that, or sometimes we're scrambling back there and doing that, or we have certain characters that need specific makeup, like more beauty or hair, anything like that. So I have a couple other ladies that come on and help out during the show run of it.
How many is in your makeup and costuming crew?
I'd say it's mainly the two of us doing the build and all of the execution of the costume.
That's really cool. Nice.
And then one or two other people that come in for the in-show beginning and ending of it.
Wow.
And how many scare actors do you dress in on an average night?
On an average night would be, it's still around 100 something. Between the front yard, the very front yard, the interior front yard, and then the 30 about for each trail. So,
lots of caffeine, right?
We're all coffee addicts here. Matcha has been top of the list as well. So
Definitely.
the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
But also the adrenaline rush of it going and everything, especially like when the show run happens, or it's beautiful chaos.
Exactly.
You get creative.
Definitely. You start learning the process as this.
And it gets so seamless. Like I've been telling her, like, this is her first year here. This is my 5th season doing it. So there are a handful of new actors. Tomorrow we have our new actor class to go over and meet them and do some fittings that we can. But then we'll put the names to faces, because I've been staring at their names on paper for since they got hired. So that's a great connection. And then by even the start of it and connecting all of that, about second weekend, you know them all by hand, and you'll be down the line. You're already handing them out their costumes to go and change and stuff, just because we're like, oh, you're in this and that, and it speeds up really quick. So at the beginning opening, we're using that full hour and a half, 2 hours to the max, but then makeup gets in their flow, and say we have 45 minutes to kill before gates open and all of that. So we get a nice flow of things over the season. And then next thing you know, it's over. And then post-haunt blues.
But you guys do the seasonal haunts also, right? You guys have the Christmas.
Yes, we have Krampus that we started doing, and that's fantastic to see that grow, as well as MegaCon. MegaCon, we started just doing a photo op, and we've had the haunted house there that will pop up and do the last 2 years as well. Krampus, we have the photo op with that, a little more interactive. We had some characters going around different markets. Milk Mart, I believe, will have some characters out there for that as well. Very excited, first year doing that. And a lot of us live in that area, so just to support the community and
keep yourselves busy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then we plan on doing other events throughout the year, so we're constantly always going, and you'd think seasonal, but it's all year for us. It's a lifestyle.
Exactly.
Put latex over that and build that, so
you make all these masks too?
We make as much as we can. This was made years ago. This is another one I made quite a few years ago. The more detailed, we'll try to outsource from Pumpkin Pulp. We adore them. We have local makeup artists that we'll use as well, that we do our icon masks with, that have done quite a few for us as well. All of our alien masks, I think that was 2 years ago. He made all of those. So try to use local and reuse as much as possible, but then if we need to absolutely outsource something, we will. And it always comes the dilemma of how long is that going to take us to build it and do it ourselves versus the outsource. But
do you think the Florida weather deters these costumes maybe faster than they would up north?
don't know. That's a good question. I mean, possibly like no hurricanes this year.
Right, right.
That has put us back like on our production about a week or so, a couple of the years. I'd say keeping in mind that they will get wet as opposed to up north. Because we do have a rainy nights, and we will, if it's not thundering and lightning, we'll still do show if it's just a light downpour. So keeping that in mind always, and
Also, there's more stuff throughout the year here than
Yes.
up north. It's more just
True.
one
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
I know there's a couple of great ones I need to check out. So.
A Petrified Forest officially opens October 4th and runs through November 2nd. So definitely go check out their website, A Petrified Forest. For tickets, you do need to purchase your tickets ahead of time, I believe. But they have all the information there. They have special events throughout the season as well, including like a blood moon night, a full moon. They also do seasonal haunts. So like during Christmas, they have like a Krampus situation. You guys probably seen them at like the Milk District during Krampus Fest there and stuff like that. But definitely come check it out because it's so cool. And I just like, I didn't see like any special effects or anything. I just saw like staging, costuming kind of thing, no scare actors, and I can tell it's gonna be so much fun, especially like we're out in the woods, like we're out in the wilderness. I love when they take full advantage of the effect of being in the woods, and they definitely absorb that and take it in for their haunt. Yeah guys, definitely come check out A Petrified Forest, again opening October 4th through November 2nd. So after Halloween, you still have that weekend to come check it out. It's gonna be so much fun. You'll probably see me here because it's gonna be so much fun. Bring your bug spray. Bring your bug spray. There are, like I said, we're in the woods, wildlife here, so definitely bring your bug spray, but it's gonna be a good time. Come check it out, Petrified Forest. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Spooky season, 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 spooky season.